Tickle on the tongue. Tickle on the what? Look down, there's Tickle Town. And there's the River Tom. Tickle on the tongue. Oh yeah, tickle on the tongue. Uh-oh, here comes Bonnie Butcher the Builder. What's going on?
Turn that down, will you? I've got a horrible headache. Hey, I feel as if this giant's got me head in a nutcracker and he's squeezing it tight. Oh.
What you need is some tickle pills. I think they're over there, Danny.
Do you want a smaller enlarged one?
Careful, buddy. Look, I'll tell you what. Put the plank down
Right.
and you sit down. How long have you been feeling like
Oh,
this?
hey, since yesterday. Oh! My foot. Oh! Oh! Well, it started off all right, you know. Quite merry. A bright day. You know me. Always smiling. Had another one of my little jobs to do. Piece of cake, really. Putting up a shop sign for Mr. Scragg, the butcher. Well, he called the right man in, hadn't he? Eh? Barney Butcher, the bargain builder. Hey, that's me. Everybody in Tickle knows me, and they knows how I'm an expert at these jobs. Well, after I'd measured up the job, I went down to do-it-yourself shop to get some wood. I had to buy a long length so I could cut it up properly to size. I had a little chat, and then I started to back out the shop with that plank of wood over my shoulder. Well, I admit I did send a couple of tins of paint flying, but luckily the lid stuck on, so that was all right, wasn't it? Then it happened. I just got out on the pavement when there was this roar. It was Farmer Field shouting like mad. He was so angry with me. Me! I mean, how was I to know he was passing the shop at that moment and my plank had hit his wheelbarrow and knocked it over? His vegetables were rolling all down the high street, getting under people's feet, making them fall over. I mean, it was an accident, wasn't it? Could have happened to anybody. Yeah, what a commotion. There we all were, all chasing the carrots down the road. People were banging their heads together as they tried to pick all the veg up before they got squashed. Some of the cars nearly crashed. It was terrible. A shambles. And that noise, a real hullabaloo. Cars tooting and tooting, people fighting, and that Farmer Field charging about like a mad bull. Still, Barney Bodger won't be beaten, and I soon helped clear it all up. And I set off again with me plank over my shoulder. Then, I thought I heard somebody call me. I was sure somebody called me, and I turned round pretty quick. Well, I had to, didn't I? And the plank swung round with me and knocked Mickey Moon, the paper boy, right off his bike. Well, it wasn't my fault, was it? I mean, he should have rung his bell, shouldn't he? Still, couldn't leave the poor boy lying there, could I? I mean, he wasn't hurt. But I had to pick him up and his bike up. So I leant the plank of wood up against the baker's shop while I got Mickey up again. I brushed him down and he went back to his paper round and I went back to me plank. Oh, hey, what a shock I had. It still makes me feel sick thinking about it. Because that plank was starting to slip. I tried to stop it, but just my luck. I tripped up over the pavement and the plank fell over just as Roland Crust come out of his shop. And would you believe it? He was carrying a great big iced sponge cake. Oh, it looked so scrumptious. It had whirligigs, roses, lots of candles on top, and it was oozing with jam and cream. Oh, it made my mouth water. But oh heck, that plank came down and it hit that cake right in the middle. The cream went splosh, splatter all over Roland, all over the pavement, all over the shop window, and before I could see anything, it was all over me. Roland Crust was so angry, he pushed that cake smack into my face. Oh, I had cream in me hair, jam in me ears, and candles stuck up me nose. Yeah, I did feel a fool. Even when I got to bed, I couldn't get out my mind. I had very, very nasty dreams. I dreamt I was in a sticky, gooey mess, and I couldn't get out of it. Someone was making me eat it too. No wonder I've got a headache. I mean, I didn't make the plank slip, did I? Could have happened to anybody, couldn't it? Well then, why does it always have to happen to me?
Poor old Barney. You try so hard, don't you, mate? But something always goes wrong, doesn't it?
I know one thing, Ralph. It's a good job everybody in Tickle's kind and always have a good laugh.
I think you should get Roland a little present and that might calm him down.
Oh, hey, that's a good idea because, I mean, it really was an accident.
I'll tell you what, he's wanted this record for ages. Have a listen to this. It's a recording of Coppelia.
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea.
Roland's a great ballet fan. Yeah. He's even got a cat called Coppelia.
That's right. You just see him dancing around his babies to this.
La 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 la. La 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 la. I'm sorry.
We know it could have happened to anyone. So before anything else happens, tell you what, let's do the tickle mail today. Here's one for you, Barney.
Oh.
One for me and one for you.
Right, great. Let me do the first one.
Right.
Right. One here from Peter Fox from Newbury, Berkshire. Waiter, there's a fly playing about in my saucer.
I know. Next week he hopes to be playing in the cup.
That's right. Well done. How did you know that, Ralph?
I don't know.
For that one.
I've got one. Leanne Dorrance, St Peter's School, Darwin, Lancs.
Yes, yes.
What time did the Chinaman go to the dentist?
I don't know.
What time did the Chinaman go to the dentist?
2:30.
Here's one from Cara Connolly from Fulham in London. What can you get from elephants pay attention, what can you get from elephants that you can't get from any other animal?
I don't know. What can you get from elephants that you can't get from any other animal?
Baby elephants. Tap, tap, tap with a hammer. Saw, saw, saw with a saw. Slap, dab, dab with the painting brush, sweeping up the bits of the floor. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh with the sandpaper, there is no job too small. If you need a job done and tickle on the tongue, give Barney Bodger a call. Accidents will happen, that's what I always say. I have to always say that, 'cause they always happen to me. You have to see the funny side and try not to give in. And if I can't laugh every time, at least I manage a grin. Tap, tap, tap with the hammer. Saw, saw, saw with the saw. Snap, dab, dab with the painting brush, sweeping up the bits of the floor. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh with the sandpaper, there is no job too small. If you need a job done, you tickle on the tongue, give Barney Bodger a call. I try to keep my temper when things keep going wrong. And when I hit my thumb a lot, I whistle this little song. It hardly hurts at all. Slipping off a ladder's easy. It's knowing how to fall. Tap, tap, tap with it. Saw, saw, saw with a saw. Tap, tap with the painting brush, sweeping up the bits of the floor. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh with the sandpaper, there is no job too small. If you need a job done, you tickle on the tongue, give Barney Bodger a call. I burned myself on the blow lamp with a hammer that bit my chin. I sliced myself upon my saw and papered myself in. So what I tell my customers is take things steadily. When things go wrong, don't stay sad long and sing along with me. Tap, tap, tap with the hammer. Saw, saw, saw with the saw. With the painting brush, sweeping up the bits of the floor. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh with there's no job too small. If you need a job done, it's tickle on the tongue. Your Barney Bodger a call. 'Cause I tell them it will be alright when the paint has dried. Don't stand there, come over here and sort of half close your eyes. People are always telling me they've never seen work like mine. And when I see the look on their faces, I know that they're not lying. Tack, tack, tack with the hammer. Saw, saw, saw. Spat, dab, dab with the paint. From the floor. Oh, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh with the sandpaper. There is no job too small. If you need a job done in Tickle on the town, give Barney Bodger a call.
Coming up, Geoffrey Baildon stirs up some magic as Catweasel.